on. It's time. Drove all night last night. Tired. A little chilly this morning. Moved to Mexico on my 7-day trip. Try to find some sheds. Hopefully. Saw a few up driving. Got here like 3 in the morning. It's kind of cool. I think it's like 25 or something degrees. But we're here. We're gonna go on a whim. Pick a spot and hike. Should be fun. Should be a good time. We'll see. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find some stuff and maybe we won't. I guess that's all part of hiking, isn't it? But hopefully the next time we see you, maybe we're picking something up or seeing something cool. Well, came off this big mountain over here, came down. I was like, let's get back here where there's no people. Well, down at the bottom of this big draw, boot tracks. And the boot tracks were coming this way. Well, down there, kind of towards the bottom, there's a couple of game trails. And followed them for a little bit to see if I could make out their tracks again. I think I made out a heel in one spot. So those tracks might have been a couple weeks old, which if that's the case, that's cool. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to gain a couple 100 feet elevation real quick. So I just darted straight up this thing and then hit a spot. And I'm like, okay, that's good enough of a line. And coming through this stuff, talking to myself, you know, like, come on, man, there's got to be something in here. And yeah, super old base of a deer. So it's not going to be something I keep, but dang it, it is cool. There was something here, and that thing's been missed for years and years. Wow, he actually was pretty nice. Actually was a pretty decent buck. Really good mass. I'm gonna fall. This stuff is so slick. Rocks are like walking on marbles. Kind of tough. So we'll let him rest right there. Well, I think I'm just gonna kind of keep on this line. I mean, if that thing's been missed for all these years here, maybe there's something a little newer, or maybe some chalk that's still intact that's been missed. We will see. Well, I'm finally starting to get into a lot of bull elk sign. Been seeing some poop. Been seeing a lot of rubs. Big ones too. Back over that way, I mean, the whole tree was destroyed. So lots of old rubs, new rubs, poop. We're starting to get into some sign. It hasn't been any bull sign until pretty much now. So hopefully I can maybe turn something up and find something. Well, I'm pretty well well into this hike, quite a ways back here. A lot of sign, a lot more bull poop, beds, rubs, a lot of activity going on, a bunch, and a lot of trails too, a lot of game trails. And just making my way through here. I got a busted tine. That's kind of cool. It's actually from a couple of years ago. So we'll see. I'm just gonna keep side hilling this and just keep going deeper and deeper and see if I can get lucky and find something here. It has been a long day. I was just having lunch on that hillside over there. Kind of looked at my map, decided my route out of here. It's getting close to 1. I think I'm somewhere around 6 miles in, so I'm gonna start headed back on a different direction. And just side hilling this nasty stuff. And looks down right there. Looks like I have a tiny deer shed, which, other than that busted tine and that base, are the only things that I have found. And this is really old and chalky. My goodness, this is just crazy. Holy smokes, man. I just can't figure out where they're hanging out. I mean, I see tracks that look like they're well within this last week, but gosh, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going up over this, drop down that side, and then hike this big canyon out. I think I've had it for here. This has been a long day. It's yeah, been rough. Side hilling this really steep stuff. There's sign everywhere. I mean, all over. And just tracks all over everything. Found me a little trail. I'm like, man, gotta run into something, whether it's old or new, I don't care. I've got a busted elk shed over there. I'm not sure. I think it's chalk. But guess what? It's my first New Mexico elk shed. Yeah, she's a little rough. Been here a while. Maybe I can get going on this side hill here and maybe finally start to get into something. Gosh, I don't know. Oh yes, he's old. He's old. Yeah, that was broke. That was broke too. Those weren't chewed. My goodness. Hopefully, maybe I can start to get into something else. Coming from that way, headed this way, and it doesn't get any easier. But first New Mexico elk shed. There we go. Whew. I'm tired. So I moved to a completely different spot from where I was this morning. I was getting skunked. Like, bad. So I'm in this totally different area. And I've got one right there. It's busted. But that is definitely a brown. And I have been on super fresh tracks. I mean, like fresh all over in here. And there it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, first antler. 2 years ago. Might be a hard white from last year, but it's got some cracking. Still some good color, but that is actually chalky. Wow. Busted on the main beam. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna keep going up this way because those tracks did not drop this. Okay, it's day 3, and yeah, I haven't recorded nothing because I've just straight up been getting my butt kicked so bad it's not even funny. I just kicked up like, well, I don't know, right over there, five or six shed bulls. Every one of them was shed. My question being, are they shedding down low before they get to here, or are they shedding here, they get here earlier? Just making my way through, and honestly, I was getting ready to turn around right back there. I was like, you know what, I'm done, dude. And I'm like, ah, crap, I'll walk a few more feet. Oh, look what we got here. We got an old one there, and we got busted tine there. Huh. That's kind of crazy. I'm surprised I haven't came into a lot more, because I don't know how anybody'd be stupid enough to walk this that knew better. Obviously, I don't know better. At least we got something, so that's really cool. Well, I am on my way off of this miserable mountain. Total between yesterday evening and today, I've seen 12 shed bulls, but haven't been able to turn up their browns. Making my way out of here, and I have, looks like probably a hard white, or who knows, might even be older. Yep, pretty cool looking bull though. Really cool looking bull. Nasty stuff on it. Oh, that's super cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pretty neat. Little chewed on. Good mass though. Got nice weight. Look at that one. That's cool. Well, it definitely makes me feel a little better about getting my butt kicked. Oh, see if we can find something else on the way out here. Well, I picked up that 7-pointer just right over that hill. Just kind of working through here. Got some really good tracks and stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff from this year. It's kind of insane. But I think I hit a mini boneyard. Oh, it might be another point right over there. I'm not sure. Is that another point? What is it? Oh, there might be another one tine. But I've got one right here. And it looks like I've got one right there also. Huh. Well, looks like you just got to be on the right side of the stinking mountain. Look at that, there's beds. I just don't know where the oak browns are. Huh. Boy. Oh, this was burned. Oh, wow. That's wild. Okay. Hey there, what's going on, everybody? Headed south, down New Mexico. I just got off of work. 7 a.m. The good old 12-hour graveyard shift. I'll be driving quite a few hours down into New Mexico. And should get a decent hike in today. Hopefully about an 8-hour hike maybe. Then I'll hike all day tomorrow. And hopefully we can turn something up. I got my new hiking boots. I'll show you them bad dudes here after a bit. Once I get down there, I threw those other ones away that really jacked up my feet pretty bad. But we're headed in a positive direction now with some new boots. They seem really nice too. I wore them the last 3 days to kind of help break them in. And we'll just see how they do. I think they're going to be pretty good. So our goal is going to be 6 browns for 2 days, not per day. I was down in this area a month ago and saw 31 bulls. So there, and that was just in 1 day. And I didn't like spend a lot of time in there either. So maybe there's a bunch in there. Maybe some other people have went in there and picked them all up. Which that's about the way my luck goes. But hopefully next time I see you, picking something up. And thanks for taking the time to tune in to some DTO. And we'll catch you, hopefully, picking something up. Okay, I made it to destination. Hopefully find some sheds. But it would appear that I am looking for scraps because there was some guys at a camp with horses, and I'll bet you they had 40 elk browns and some absolutely giant sets, huge sets. I couldn't believe it. Them guys slayed it. There was, I think, 3 of them. So if I can pick up some scraps, I'm okay with that. The goal is 6 browns. Hopefully I don't follow their horse tracks, but the good thing about horses is a lot easier to see, especially in grass covered areas, than boot tracks. So see what happens. So I'm walking through this really good stuff. I've come across 3 cat tracks. 2 of them were bigger around than I could put my 2 hands together. And one of them was quite a bit smaller, pretty little. Now, one of them was within the last 2 to 3 days. The other one looked to be a couple weeks. And then the smaller one was within the last couple days. So I'm walking, I'm like, because I glassed up bulls here about a month ago. I'm like, dude, did this cat push these bulls out of here before they dropped? And finally, I got into some good ground. And I'm walking in old boot tracks. So I'm gonna drop elevation a couple 100 foot, see if maybe I can turn something up a little underneath their tracks. That's annoying. There's a good deer sign in here too, so there's some bucks that could have dropped in here. I'm like over 4 miles in now. I got back here pretty quick. What's crazy is there's way more elk sign and bull sign down in the flatter stuff than there is on this steeper south face stuff, which I find kind of crazy. But we'll keep on trucking, see if we can get into something. God, I don't know. That's disappointing. That's the way it goes though. I've been going a long time, seen tons of sign, probably as many boot tracks as I've seen sign. Cruising through here, there's good sign in here, and I was down there at the bottom. I was like, well, hell, I'll just kind of walk up here. Coming through here in a quick glance, I mean, it was just a look. There we go. I got one. Ugh. Oh, yeah. That's a hard white from last year. Cool, cool. Nice. Little guy, but we got one. Little monsters chewed on him. That's one, finally. This has been agonizing. Oh, maybe we can find some more. Oh, it's windy. Got a little some right over here. Maybe I'm far enough back in here now, eh? Super old chalky, yeah, that's busted off for sure. Critters didn't chew that. Man, isn't it wild how they can snap those way down here? My goodness. That's insane. It's pretty wild. Well, got a couple more hours. I can do some zigzags back in here, but that's two within the last few minutes. Like I said, maybe I'm far enough back in here. People don't spend a lot of time. We'll see. Well, at least we're getting a few more. This stuff's pretty wicked. Pretty thick. But look what we got right there. Older, but I don't care. That is sweet. There is so much sign in here. It's just insane how I haven't stumbled across a brown yet. He's chalky too. Hey. He's been laying here for quite a while. He's been missed a bunch of years. That's crazy. I didn't think there'd be chalk in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice third. Pretty decent third, really short second. Well, we'll just keep on moving on in here. Not bad. Not bad. That's 3 of them right here, and I mean, just this little bitty area. So maybe I'll try to find a couple more before I start headed out. It's coming up this. Dreading having to go up that north face. I'm not completely happy, about that, but not really paying attention in front of me, more or less looking to my sides. Man, that is cool. That's a hard white. Might be a hard white, might be 2 years old. Look how, trying to be a 4. That's a nice one. Cool, first deer shed. That'll work. Well, thank you for watching this week's video. Appreciate it a lot. If you got some comments about maybe boots that you might try out that you enjoy, got some ideas, suggestions. This was a tough one. It was really rough. You know, first time in New Mexico, well, in these areas, and first time ever going to Arizona. At least I found something and didn't get completely whooped. So if you want, like, subscribe. There's a lot more videos. I've got a lot more content. Unfortunately, as of now, you know, haven't got into any browns, haven't found any super giants. That 7-point in Arizona was the biggest to that point, and we're just grinding it out, you know, just putting in those miles, and unfortunately, we're not really getting into the piles. We're getting into some, you know, at least we're getting into some. So like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching DTO.